In today's video, it's all about rose gold for Christmas. Keep watching. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm so excited you're here because on today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create a gorgeous glam rose gold, silver, beautiful Christmas wreath, and I'm gonna show you step by step. This Christmas wreath is inspired by the beautiful Christmas tree that we put together last year with the rose gold and all the beautiful golden butterflies. If you guys have not seen that Christmas video, I'm gonna link it down below so you can go check it out after this video. It was absolutely gorgeous. So that's what gave me the inspiration to create this gorgeous Christmas wreath on a glam theme with all these beautiful rose gold items, and I cannot wait to show you. So if you are interested in this rose gold Christmas wreath DIY step by step, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends and invite them to come and join Ramon at home so they know what's going on for this holiday season 2020. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on to all notifications so you're notified about every single upload, because every week I'm dropping surprises videos here at Ramon at home. And then also remember to stay all the way to the end of this video because there's one of Ramon's holidays tips on this video. All right, you guys, let's get started. For the very first wreath I'm going to show you how to put together today, I'm going to do a throwback to last year's Christmas tree with the rose gold and silver that we did. If you guys have not seen that Christmas tree, it was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to link it up right now, and it's also going to be down in the description below. So I figured that to continue on that theme this year, I'm going to show you how to put a gorgeous wreath together to match that theme. The very first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring a lantern. I want to have a focal point, and I have chosen this lantern that our friends here at Shinoda have available, and it is the perfect size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the loop right here, and I'm going to grab one of these bristles, and I'm going to twist it all the way back to make sure that it's wired in together. And then we're going to do a cluster of ornaments in the inside. So to do that, I went ahead and just put a wire from one side to the other one, and I attached it, and that's going to be our hook for our ornament. So that lantern is not going anywhere. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a beautiful bow, and I chose this really pretty rose gold with the back. I used actually something similar last year at my mom's house to do on her banister, and it was red with a gold backing. Well, for this occasion, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it on the floor, and I'm gonna start right here on the top. And you guys know that I just like to grab these bristles and twist them together like this. We'll go back and dovetail that. I'm gonna give it bigger loops because there's going to be some other elements, and you guys know that if you're gonna put any other elements to your wreath, then those loops need to be bigger, so that way you can get them a little crinkle like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I attach with my bristles like this. And thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this holiday season. All right, so I'm gonna cross this way real quick, and I'm just gonna continue. And you know, it's okay if you sometimes put the gold side facing. It's a beautiful lame, and just make sure you go all the way in and twist those bristles, and then you do another loop. But this time I'm gonna go ahead and use the rose gold first, and then you do a bigger loop, because remember, when you add other items, you don't wanna lose your ribbon, okay? So then I'm gonna twist and see the gold first. And this is just gonna be our first layer, and I'm gonna put it right here, and look how easy that is. Now, I don't wanna do anything right here because I wanna do a bigger bow, but we do have another ribbon that I want to add. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this gorgeous mesh. And actually I have it in the gold and I have it in the rose gold. So I'm gonna drop both of them down on the floor. I'm gonna layer the real, oh, look how gorgeous this is. I'm gonna layer the smaller one on top. I'm gonna go ahead and come in here. Now I'm gonna go closer to the front, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna make bigger loops like this, and I'm gonna look for those bristles, and look how gorgeous this just glimmers and shimmers, and you separate it like that. Now the first ribbon, it's more like your show ribbon, so you don't want to hide it very much. You want to make sure that it really shows, but because this guy really catches the light, as you guys can see, that I want it to be more forward. I'm gonna cross you real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pinch right here. As I was telling you, this is inspired by last year's Christmas tree that I did. You know, we did 3 different price tags. I first added the Dollar Tree stuff, which is your basic filler. Then I added some of the Walmart stuff, and then I added some of the Hobby Lobby stuff, and it just ended up being a absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas tree that I was so proud of. But this year we're gonna be doing so many themes, and I really just hope that if you're not subscribed to this channel, you consider subscribing, because you will not want to miss any of the Christmas DIYs that we have for you this year. It's going to be magical, let me just tell you. All right, I'm gonna cut right here, and I always tell you to keep your scissors on your pocket. That way when you need to cut, you can just go ahead and put them back into your pocket. All right, so I'm going to do yet another loop, and I'll be right back with you, so stay tuned. All right, you guys, so I have finished the second round of this gorgeous mesh, and I'm sorry, but this is just absolutely stunning. I don't know if the light can catch it. I am in love with it. And so what I want to show you is that I'm gonna go ahead and attach right here with my bristles, and I want to leave these 2 little tails, and you can pull and make them as long as you want. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and give it a loop right here. I'm gonna pinch right here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and attach with my bristles once again, just making sure that I found the ones that really work for this. And then what I want you to do is I'm gonna go ahead and give it a few more tails. So we're gonna do this throughout the wreath and make sure that they are dovetailed. And look at that, it just gives you extra tails all over the wreath, and I love that look. I'm gonna go ahead and do it one more time so you guys can see. So basically just dovetail your ribbon first, and then go ahead and find a place, give it a tail like that, then find a place to attach it. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this right here, and then make sure that those loops are showing somewhere. And then what you can do is either do another poof of ribbon, or in this case I'm just gonna go ahead and do tails, and that way it's giving you all these beautiful tails on your ribbon. Look how gorgeous that is, absolutely stunning. All right, let me get ready for step number 2, and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, so now what I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and make a bow for the top of a wreath. So I want to give it probably about, I want to say about 10-inch tail, and then you're gonna go ahead and pinch right here. Now I have a video on how to make the perfect bow, so if you have not seen that video, I'm gonna go ahead and put it down below and in the iCard right now so you can check it out. I'll show you how to make 3 different types of bows. So if you are a little bow challenge, which I was at first, it really is just all patience. But like I keep on telling you guys, if I can do it, so can you. It really is just a trial and error thing, especially when you're doing 3 different types of ribbons. It is a little bit more challenging, but on that video I explained everything. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish this bow, get it all fluffed out, and I'll be right back with you and show you what it looks like. Keep watching. Woo, that's a lot of ribbon. Check this out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this straight up right now, and then we'll go back and dovetail them according to our measurements of our wreath. But first, I have one of these wires. This is a 22 gauge wire that is taped on florist tape. And if you guys don't know about this, this is what we use in the floral industry to cover wires so it doesn't hurt our fingers, and then also it has a stickiness to it which will really help us tie in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie my whole bow, and tell me this is not absolutely stunning. And like I said, it is perfect for that rose gold and gold theme that you guys love so much. So basically I'm going to go ahead and tie it right here and give it a few spins. Then I'm gonna go straight to the wreath and I'm gonna attach it, and then we'll fluff our bow. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't go through I'm gonna take it off the stand, and I'm gonna go ahead and, because it is kind of thick, so I have to make sure that I tie it really well. All right, so now that we have it all attached, I'm gonna put it back into our stand, and then we're gonna give this bow a really good fluff, because as you guys can see, it's rather flat right now, but look how gorgeous. I'm just in love with this ribbon. I know I'm gonna have glitter on me for days, but I'm gonna give this bow a really good fluffing, and I'll be right back with you, okay? Keep watching. All right, everyone, so far we've added our lantern. This is gonna be our focal point, and then I added this gorgeous, I'm so in love with, ribbon bow. So now what I chose is this really pretty magnolia that is made out of this velvet, and it has some ornaments, some sprigs, and some really pretty magnolia foliages that is painted in silver to go with our really glam theme. So what I'm going to do is dig deep into my glue and let it go down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and insert this guy right here into our wreath, but I'm still gonna use some of the bristles from our wreath to attach this guy to make sure that it's not gonna go anywhere. So basically just go ahead and swirl it around, and I have 5 of them. I have already fluffed them because they come pretty flat from the box, so make sure that you fluff all of your picks, and then go ahead and give it a curvature like this. And I've talked to you guys about this before, remember, because we're doing a wreath, every single element has to point on the same direction, either clockwise or counterclockwise. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert yet another one right here like that, and then I'm gonna grab some of these bristles, I'm gonna attach, and look at that beautiful, oh, how gorgeous is that? All right, I have a third one I'm gonna put, and keep in mind they're all going on the same direction, okay? So I'm gonna dig deep into my glue and let it run a little bit. Your glue has to be a little runny to really take. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here. Then I'm gonna grab one of the bristles, just attach. How beautiful is this? I'm so excited. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut another one right here, give it a little bend, and keep in mind that we're adding all of our elements on the same direction. So go ahead and give it a little curvature. Dig deep into your glue, let it run. This is very repetitive, and I told you guys all the time, I'm gonna cross you right here. If I can do it, so can you. I want you guys to be able to try, to watch these videos and wanna try to give it a try yourself. I have another one that I'm gonna put right here on the top, but first I have to cut it, give it a little fluff. I'm gonna cut this a little shorter. And then I'm gonna give it a little curvature, give it a little fly, and we're gonna add this guy. Oh, let it run. Don't get yourself, because this glue really hurts. All right, I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna go behind. I'm gonna attach right here. Just go ahead and fluff. So far this has given us some of the silver, some of the gold, some of the rose gold, and I could end right there, but because we are Ramon at home, we're not gonna stop here. I'm gonna get the second element and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. Have you started following me on Instagram yet? If you haven't, you're really missing out all the Insta stories, behind the scenes, and all of these fabulous DIYs, shopping hauls, and exclusive videos for Instagram. All of my social medias are linked down below. All right, let's get back to the video. Okay, so a few years ago, I showed you guys how to make the ornament clusters, and I have a video all about them and explain why we should do clusters like this. I'm also gonna link that video up here right now so you guys can check it out. We talked about the clusters and then also the ribbon waves that I show you guys how to put together for a Christmas tree that we will also be using later on this season. But what I want to show you is how easy it really is to add some pizzazz to your wreath or Christmas tree just by adding these ornament clusters. You poke all the way through and then you pull, and look at that, it just gives you a cluster of ornaments, and all you have to do is attach this wire to one of the bristles really tightly so it doesn't come off, and automatically gives you that pizzazz. So I'm gonna do 3, and you know that in the floral industry we like to do the triangle, the famous triangle I always talk to you about on floral design. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down here almost next to this ornament. So I'm gonna just go ahead and insert the wire as far in as I can, and then grab it from the other side if I can find it. All right, let me look for it real quick. You kind of have to go in, dig in for it with your finger. There you go. And then you pull tight like that. I'm gonna disappear for a second, but I'll tell you that I'm just attaching to one of the bristles. And as you can see, it just automatically gives you some pizzazz. And I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring the other one. So I'm gonna disappear for a second. I'm gonna cross the camera, and I want this to be right here. So I'm gonna pull my wire through, find it. The hardest part is to find the wire. Then very, very carefully, you attach right here on the back. and attach that wire to one of the bristles and it will automatically disappear. As you guys can see, it just added some ornaments and it just make it look fuller and just absolutely gorgeous. So the last thing we're going to add is going to be these absolutely stunning rose gold picks. And look how gorgeous these are. It comes pre-wired. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a clip right here. And I'm gonna start right here going the same way that we went with our picks of floral. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert right here. Just make sure that I go as far in as I can. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attach with one of my bristles. And look how it just gives it that three-dimensional look. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach another one, clip that stem, and I'm gonna go ahead like this. So make sure that you dig deep into your glue and let it go down. So I'm gonna go ahead and go like that, and look how gorgeous. You don't even need very many of them because they really do make a difference. All right, so I'm gonna clip right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip into my glue. And I'm gonna go this way now. And look how beautiful, that just adds so much more depth and dimension to your wreath. And it's really about these last details that make any wreath really pop and make it look very festive. All right, I have a few more. I'm gonna cross you right here. And look at that. All right, 2 more and we'll be basically done with this gorgeous wreath. So leave me a comment down below and let me know if you want to see more of the rose gold theme. I'll be more than glad to bring you some other items. If you want to see the lantern, the centerpiece to match, I would love to show you guys that. All right, a few more and we'll be done. Stay tuned. All right, so we first started with our beautiful lantern and then we continue with this gorgeous ribbon that I cannot talk to you guys enough about. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then we added our picks of magnolia and then our ornaments, and then we finished with this really beautiful glittery pick. But now here's the trick. I went ahead and did a little cluster of ornaments and I put on a wire. And remember at the very beginning I told you there was a wire in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open my lantern door and I'm going to go ahead and find that little wire on the top. And I'm gonna put my wire through and we're gonna make our ornaments hang. So it's basically an ornament display of your favorite ornaments. And you can just go ahead and swirl that wire around. You put your ornaments in and look at that, how cute. You close your door and just like that, you have a gorgeous display of ornaments and a beautiful wreath for your front door or anywhere in your home. How about this gorgeous wreath, you guys? I cannot wait to show you what's next in this collection, and I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned a few tricks on how to put a gorgeous Christmas wreath together with a GLAM theme. I also love this rose gold, gold and silver put together, but I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave me a comment down below and let me know, first of all, if you've seen the Christmas tree that I put together last year with this particular theme, and I want to know if you liked it, and also what is your favorite part about this wreath. I can tell you my favorite part is the lantern with the ornaments in it. All right, the time has come for another one of Ramon's holidays quick tip. Let's watch. As I told you at the beginning of this video, I wanted you to stick around because I have an extra tip for you, and that's going to be if you can now make a lavish and gorgeous wreath like the one I just showed you with the rose gold. I want to show you how you can buy one of these pre-made ones and then also just a little garland, and what you need to do is weave this garland through your wreath and it's going to give it so much more depth. And as you guys can see, I'm doing it with very easily and with basically no effort, but you do have to make sure that this garland is weaved in, and we're gonna go ahead and attach it with some wire at the end. But I just want to show you that if you just go in and out in between the ornaments, it really helps to add some girth to the wreath, some texture. Look at that, how pretty is that? Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side and finish over on this side. Then what you need to do is you're gonna grab one of your wires to secure it all, and these are one of the wreaths that it's made out of grapevine, and so it's real easy to just pull that wire through and then attach your wreath like this. All right, so once you have added this garland, all you have to do is go fluff. And what I love about this garland is so dainty and so wispy. And you guys know I love my wispies. I'm always talking to you about wispiness on the wreath. All right, so that added some depth. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pick a ribbon that will complement this wreath. We're gonna get it all attached together, and in 1, 2, 3, you'll have a gorgeous wreath for your door. Stay tuned. All right, so I'm just going in with one of the wires that I showed you how to pre-tape earlier. And just by having all these pieces already done, it is super easy to just go in through your grapevine and then pulling through, making sure that you grab that garland and then attaching. And that garland is not going anywhere anytime soon. Just keep in mind, if you want to take it apart, then to cut those wires. Okay, so now you give your wreath a little fluffing that garland. So now we're gonna make a sweet bow for this. I love this. Look how gorgeous and dainty this is. Absolutely cute. All right, so now I'm gonna make a cute little bow with 2 ribbons, and I'll show you the end result. All right, you guys, so step number 2 for this really quick wreath is to make a beautiful bow. And for this particular one, I chose this black and white and a little bit of silver to contrast all the silver on the wreath. So basically, I'm just gonna go back here and I'm gonna pull with my wire as back as I can onto the form. I'm gonna take it actually off the stand so I can do this properly. All right, so I'm gonna hang it right here back into the form. So I have a pretty big bow. What you need to do is fluff this bow and make it look gorgeous and lavish. We'll dovetail all these ends, but what I went ahead and did is I left these really long tails, and the reason why is because I want to go ahead and grab right here. I'm gonna pinch, then I'm gonna use this ornament right here to create a loop, and I'm gonna go around it, go all the way around that ornament to secure it, and then you've created a little loop, and then we'll go ahead and dovetail this guy right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull this guy up, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing, making sure that that designer part of the ribbon shows. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pinch right here, find my ornament that I wanna go ahead and twist around to secure, make your loop, and then bow. And because I have another tail right here, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an even longer loop right here, and I'm gonna grab this ornament, and then I'm going to go ahead and twist around the ornament and just pull. And as you guys can see, this is more about the bow. This is a really good way to use your ribbons and to make them really stand out. Now this one I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail. So I'm gonna do a really short tail, always cutting up. Then you wanna go ahead and give him that little crinkle. Now this one, I'm gonna do a longer tail. So I'm gonna make sure that it stands out to create a little bit of visual interest. And then this guy right here, I'm gonna go ahead, well, first of all, make sure that it's really attached to our ornament. When you go around, just go ahead and pull on that. That is gonna make sure that it's secured. Make sure you give yourself enough give to make that loop. And then we're gonna go ahead and dovetail right here. And as you guys can see, I always tell you to go ahead and fluff your ribbons at the end. And as you can see, it didn't use a lot of product. All you needed was a little wreath, a garland, and a few ribbons, and you have yourself a beautiful wreath for your door for Christmas. Well, you guys, that's all I have for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with a friend. Let them know what we're doing here at Ramon at Home for this holiday season, Christmas 2020. I cannot wait to show you what's next. Consider subscribing. You can watch more videos right now, and until next time, bye. Is done. We're gonna add all of the same elements that we added on the wreath, and remember that we've already done a Christmas tree like this last year for Christmas, and I'm gonna link that down below so you guys can see that wreath, that tree, and the lantern now all put together, and you guys will kind of get an idea of how to make a cohesive look for your home. All right, so sorry if I cross you right.